Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to rip through a question that somebody had, and I am more than willing to answer this question. And it deals with platinum and palladium. So let's look at the question and then dive right in to it. Your videos rock. Can you do one just on palladium and also platinum? All the videos people did from 2 years ago are suck and suck. So yeah, let's go through it. I'll just go through some videos here, not necessarily on the fundamental dynamics where I dive too deep, but I'll go through some charting specifically to platinum and palladium, looking at things on a longer term perspective here. So I've got platinum up first. We've got the three hump consolidation, one, two, three. This is your consolidation area right there. What this occurred is basically this occurred under the real estate market of a recovery phase. That is a recovery phase right there. Um, so platinum is an inflation sensitive asset. And when you're in a recovery phase of real estate, you've got low inflation and low interest rates. So that generally has a sideways action move or a um, consolidation move during that type of environment. Last bull market, we bottomed at about 98, 99 commodity bull market, and we rode all the way up to about 2008. Platinum played that commodity bull market perfectly. What I think is coming is another commodity bull market. And as you can see, platinum is agreeing with me as we're getting a breakout of the downtrend line to the upside. We can also look at previous bull market moves. And one thing I can do is take the previous bull market move, which is this fractal here is what I call it. And we can blow it up and overlay it on basically what we've got here is the same fractal. So if we were to kind of I'll just put it right above it. The fractal there is this guy is the same type of movement that we've gotten from this fractal coming through. Here's the up and over, which is the up and over part there. This guy is this guy, and we are basically about to break out. So the fractal of 1985 all the way to 1999 puts us right at basically the same position of where we are at today. Um, Now, what I did and how I played this is I I went from 2020 because I noticed the three hump consolidation. I started buying small amounts at about 800-ish, somewhere around there, dollars per ounce. I bought a whole bunch down here, and I've been buying in the bottoms wherever possible. I did get a little bit freaky on the right-hand side. Got a little bit jiggy on the breakup here, but it pulled back down, and now I think we are doing the legit breakout. But yeah, I think platinum looks absolutely fantastic. Now, another thing that I look at, not just what we just did right there, is I look at a lot of the ratios. So if I look at platinum and I price it against palladium, which are both platinum group metals, we got rhodium too. We can maybe look at rhodium, I guess, but we can see that platinum was a really, really, really cheap down here at um, March 20th all the way till about October 22nd. And another bottom, key bottom at the beginning of the last bull market was this box in here, that box there. So when I look at the commodity bull market, I look at the commodity to stock ratio, I tie everything together and I purchase these X's down here. That's where I purchase a lot of my holdings. Now I got a lot of crap um, in this section here because I started buying all through here nonstop, and people are like, "It's not going anywhere. Your platinum bet isn't working." I'm like, guys, wrong time frame. That's not how you get rich. You get rich by accumulating assets for 3, 4, 5, 6 years, and then you ride it on up. I swapped my palladium holdings, which I had purchased up here, and swapped them down here. In fact, I swapped all of it in April of 2020 to be precise. So that is what I am playing is the ratio game. In my opinion, platinum is the favored metal that's going to outperform palladium based off of the ratios and based off of the market conditions that I think are coming. I swapped it at 0.34 to be precise. And if we get back up to this level up here, man, oh man, will I make a lot of gains. That'll be 13 times, 12 to 13 times my ounces is what I would have gained from this portion moving up, not from up here moving down, which I also gained 13x. So I gained 13 times my metal here. And if I write it back up, that's another 13x. And it would be 13x times 13x. And yes, it gets into very large quantities at that point, and people are very in disbelief when you start actually converting it to dollars. Another thing that makes me very bullish on platinum is when you price it in terms of gold, we are at incredibly low levels. There was a study done, I think Yale or Princeton did the study. I can't remember which one. Maybe it was Princeton. There's a couple of guys that did a study, and when platinum outperforms gold, you're in a commodity bull market and stocks underperform. We can see in all the ratios that we're having stocks kind of roll over against a variety of different commodities. I have a feeling that we're going to get a huge outperformance of platinum against gold because of the market conditions that are coming ahead of us. So that is another reason that I am so overweight in platinum is because of the ratio being this low. I swapped some gold here, and the market conditions are going to force this to, I think, be a different look of the ratio moving on up. We can also look at platinum versus silver, and platinum versus silver is also consolidating in a falling wedge. So there's the possibility that platinum will outperform silver in a commodity bull market. Now, silver does really well under conditions that basically you have a slowdown, and then when they reflate, silver generally goes ballistic. That's the reflation trade. So 99, it also acts as a commodity. So commodity under a commodity bull market, it does very well, and under reflation, like in 2020, it did very well. But we are squeezing in this ratio here where platinum is going to do well, and you can see platinum outperformed last commodity bull market till about 2003. It's an early outperformer. Now, someone's going to ask, should I swap my silver for platinum? That's up to you guys. I don't know what your situations are. I'm not swapping mine. I am accumulating platinum, and I'm going to keep my silver because I think they're both going to do very well. But I do think platinum could outperform here in the beginning of a commodity bull market. Yes. It also signals, all of these ratios are signaling that the commodity bull market really hasn't taken off yet. And that's also further evidence using these ratios and how, understanding how these assets perform under certain market conditions, that one can conclude that we haven't entered the commodity bull market in full force yet, because platinum is not outperforming stocks and platinum is not outperforming gold and silver yet. So, and I do think it's coming. It will be soon. That's platinum there. Platinum is running about a 1 million ounce deficit in 2023, and we're supposedly running a pretty good deficit in 2024, which will eat through the inventory levels, and that is from substitution. Platinum was substituting palladium. Now on the palladium front, kind of switching gears here, we've had a pretty big pullback. Think of this as a shoulder head shoulder with a neckline there. We've broken that to the downside. The market condition that palladium does really well under is from 2009 all the way up to 2021. I swap my metals here though. That is the ultimate move under a recovery phase of real estate. Now, I think that we are just entering an expansion phase of real estate that we're starting to get into. And palladium does not like that. That's going to start moving into platinum's wheelhouse. But I also don't think palladium's going to go down too much from here. We're back to support on a long-term level here. There's that big support level going across. We did that last time. We had a nice little resistance line that we basically created here, broke through it, and then pulled on all the way back. I think that this location is basically where we're at today, and that we are going to work sideways for a period of time. So what I think will occur, and I can just grab this real quick, is that this whole movement is going to be created again like this. So that's what I think is going to occur. It's going to be a three hump consolidation. We're going to consolidate something on the lines of that, right on that support level, would be my guess. You can also see the way that this basically moved here. We had a three hump consolidation. It broke out, and this is that lead-in pattern that I look for before a big move higher and a break to the ultimate peak. So I think that a lot of other commodity stocks like oil and fertilizers and stuff like that are all right here. And we're about to move into another big wave, which palladium experienced in the offset of commodities. So I don't think palladium's a great play. I just think that it's at support and it's out of cycle. And you can look at that from palladium to like silver ratio, palladium to platinum ratio. We can look at these a little bit differently here. So this is the ratio that I saw. This is your buy silver up here. We have a nice big move lower. Your distribution. You have accumulation at the bottom here. That's accumulation. This is distribution. This is your lead-in pattern, and then the big move up. So we are still consolidating lower, in my opinion, and silver is probably going to get into some buy point down, or palladium will get to a buy point down here against silver where it will consolidate. It doesn't mean palladium will necessarily go lower. I think silver is going to go up and palladium is going to be flat. That's my guess. We can look at palladium versus platinum. And again, we're seeing this distribution at the top here where palladium was becoming unfavorable and platinum is becoming more favorable. And then platinum broke out against palladium here. So this is a topping pattern here. The way that we view this in stage analysis is basically stage one, stage two, you get your lead-in pattern, which is right here, and we are ripping up into stage four. Sorry, stage three. And we are currently in stage four declining. So I think the stage four decline is going to continue to occur, and I think platinum is going to outperform. And then we can look at palladium versus gold. And again, this does not look bullish to me yet, and we're going to have to base out. So before each of these big moves up, you get these bases. This is another base before a big move up, and then we're going to create a base here, in my opinion. So I think palladium is still in a pullback against other assets, and I don't think it is right just yet. You can go into all of the fundamentals, you can go into all of those things for both of these metals, but ultimately what determines a lot of these things is the market conditions. It's people looking to rotate into assets during certain conditions, and I just don't think the conditions are right for palladium at this time. It doesn't mean that I think it's going to go down. I think it's going to go down against these other asset classes, which are coming into strength. So palladium on a dollar basis could go sideways as other assets go up against it. So that's what I've got, guys. If you wanted to know my opinions on platinum and palladium, I use the charts and kind of figure out from the charts kind of what's going on. All right, guys, if you're interested and you like this type of analysis, I have a lot of this type of analysis of trying to figure out what to purchase in individual companies and whatnot. And that's what I do on the website. I go into individual companies, I look at all this data, I basically compile the data myself, and then I generate ideas of potential investment vehicles for these types of ratio movements and plays and the conditions that I think are coming. So that's what I've got for today. Give me a thumb up, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the website. We have May Day coupon code still active, and we'll catch you later. This is Finding Value.